again. It's 1st of April 2025 and I just made a beautiful lemon cake for me and Simon. So I just made it. I'm just going to show you it, and we're going to eat it soon on the patio because it's such a beautiful day. So let me just show you my beautiful lemon cake I've just made. So it's a lemon sponge, like a Victoria sponge, and I've put cream cheese, cream and ice and sugar mixed together for the top in and the middle, and then I've decorated it with lots of lemons because it is very summery, and it's on this lovely plate with gold gilding. So there you are. Yummy, yummy lemon cake for the 1st of April. Again from Sue's Dolbrodmaeth garden today, and it's 11:04 on the 1st of April 2025. Yeah, 1st of April, absolutely glorious day, really blue sky. I've just planted some of the primroses, or whatever they are, primulas, or they could be the other things. I forgot what they're called, cowslips now, which is a nickname for primroses, I think. Anyway, whatever they are, primulas, primroses, they're beautiful. Anyway, I've just transplanted some into the garden just to brighten it up over here a bit, because there's no flowers over here at the moment. So, and I'm going to continue doing the wall, but the wall is in the shade at the moment, so I'm not looking forward to going over there right now, but I need to continue finishing that. I want to finish that today. Yeah, so I'm going to finish doing that. I just want to show you the primulas I've just put in. Sorry, I can hear something. I can't figure out where it is. Anyway, let me just show you. So okay. I've just put some of these primroses and stuff in these pots because they're little concrete pots. In here we already have a couple of things growing, so I'm not putting nothing in that one. And in there is a yarrow, so I'm not putting nothing in there either. But I put one in here because there's one growing, a little weeny one. Oh, is that one? Yeah, it is one, isn't it? Yeah, a little weeny one there. And then I've just put one there, and I've put two in there just to brighten it up over here a bit. Sorry, I'm right in the way. Just to brighten it up a bit. There was nothing in there. So, and then when they're done, I'll put them, transfer them into the main garden, and then I'll pop something else in there. I just watered all my cabbages and broccoli and what have you, and my garlic, in fact this whole bed, because I'm going to dig up these foxgloves and put them in the main garden. What else am I going to dig up? Yeah, I've got to dig up the two plants that I said over there. Yeah, we dug up the gooseberry the other day. Oh, that's what I want to do. I want to dig up those. Yeah, I want to dig up the aqualegia from over here. Yeah, that's not doing too well. And we'll dig up that while it's small. Yeah, while it's small. It's small. Dig that up. Let's get that out of there. Doesn't like it over here. Yeah, so we need to dig up. We've got a mole in the garden. The aqualegia. That's what I want to get out. And then this will be for the beds for the currant bushes. Just leave it for the currant bushes. I did put a load of mulch on this in the autumn, so they should be alright. Don't need any food. I did put chicken poo on there. Look at these ones. Oh, they're so beautiful. And we've got a mole. So these are primulas. I think it's the short stouty ones. And then I think the primroses are the tall ones. Look at that. Thank you, mole. Anyway, that's that. And there's some more there. These are plants that I've done from seed. So they just multiply year on year. But we've got a lot of different coloured ones over here that have just grown back. Yeah, little daffs are going now, but we've got something growing there that I planted, but I can't remember what that is. Whatever that is. There's a couple of bluebells. What? Oh, there's a hydrangea there. That's great. Buddleia. And there's some more of those here. And these are Sweet Williams that I planted last year. So they seem to be growing a bit better this year. And I think they're better once they get established. And my little pond here, nothing going on in there. But the irises will look good. And all my trees are going to come back out here. But first of all, I want to just trim the top of it and get this moss off. So, and I need to fix my strimmer. I haven't done it yet. I was going to order some resin stuff last night, but then I didn't because I thought, oh, I think I've got some. I need to just check. I need to fix my strimmer because I can't strim till I've fixed it. So it's holding me up now because I do need to strim. When Simon cuts the grass, I need to trim around the edges. Anyway, and he did cut the grass for the first time yesterday on the main grass in front of the patio. He'd done that yesterday. He's going to do a bit a day. Anyway, look at these tulips just while we're out here. Look at this. These are so gorgeous. Look at that. What have we got? That's a beautiful one, a red one. And these frilly ones, they're so beautiful. And this one's going over now. I did just water them, so but it is going over. Look, they're so beautiful. You take the dead head off that hydrangea. No, it's not hydrangea, that's a hyacinth. Just so the energy goes back into the bulb now. So they get bigger for next year. And that's what I will do with all of these. But I will always keep them indoors. I'm not putting them outside. Because I really enjoy looking at them. And I don't want them to get eaten, the bulbs, by anything. Because tulip bulbs are really expensive. I know I should put them in the garden, but I don't want to. Anyway, I need to dig up the asterbiel there. I'm going to dig that up and put it in the garden. Because I don't want that growing back in here. And I think there's another plant in here that I put in, which I think is there. I think it's that. What is that? And I want to put that in the garden. And all of these are going to go in the garden. And then we can put something else in here to grow for the autumn to put out in the garden. So that's how we're doing it in our garden. We start them off in here and then we put them in the garden. Let them get established. Then they're more likely to be okay. That's the thing. For next year, they're more likely to be okay. So we're going to take out a lot more of these. I'll leave some in, but I will take out a load to put in the garden. The only thing I'm leaving in the garden are these wallflowers. Because in the autumn, when they finish flowering, I will take cuttings again off of them and cut them down this year. And then they'll come back next year. But I leave those in here because I love the smell of them. They smell amazing. And my hydrangea, which I take cuttings of. There. That lupin can probably go in the garden. These hydrangea cuttings are doing well. And I've watered everything. I've taken all the lids off for now. And I'll put them back on before this evening. So they're nice and cosy and warm. And I also brought in a polytunnel, my rubber plant, which I noticed was waning a bit indoors. I've covered it up because I don't think the leaves like the sun, because these are sort of tropical plants that are in jungles and they're in canopies of trees, but I think it's too wet. I think I've overwatered it, so I'm going to dry it out, but I'm going to leave it in here to dry out, but I'm covering it with my apron so the leaves don't get burnt. There you go. And I'll leave the front, that bit uncovered, so that bit gets dry. And then we'll repot it into a bigger pot. This is its base pot, so it can't be any bigger than that, the pot. So, there we go. Just thought I'd show you that. So, what we're going to do now is go indoors, get our plastic gloves, have a cup of coffee first before we start, and then we're going to carry on doing the wall. Bird just pooed from the tree there. Oh, you up there. Oi, you. There's a bird right up there, just pooed. Lucky I wasn't walking underneath. I don't know what it is. I think it might be what are those pretty little birds, brownie coloured. Anyway, when they come onto the feed, not many birds coming on the feeder because I'm out here and they're not liking me being here, but I did fill it up this morning. There's lots of little birds. Anyway, I'm getting really distracted. I get distracted really easy. But so far today I've checked on the frogs, fed the chickens, watered the polytunnel, put some flowers out. I'm trying not to do too much today because I've got to do the wall, so that's quite knackering. So I'm trying to get all these other smaller jobs done before I dedicate myself to the wall for the rest of the day. I do want to dig up these foxgloves and put them over there. Yeah, I do want to do that before they get too big. Anyway, I might do that later. I'll see how I feel. I might just go and do... It depends how cold it is the other side, because around here it's beautiful. I don't want to be in the cold. Well, the wind's got up all of a sudden. Anyway, I've got my bucket. This is what I have every day when I come out in the garden. I haven't got a rake because I don't need one for this. I've got my hand fork, my trowel, gloves, loppers for when I come across a branch or something, kneeling cushion, and me. That's all I need. Anyway, I'm going to go in, make a cup of coffee, and see the dogwood there. Let's check on our rose while we're here. I think it should be alright. I'm going to make a liquid feed with the sheep poo that we got from the field. Oh, we got some little things there, not sure what they are. Yeah, I trimmed this rose. It was too big and waving around in the wind, which is not good for it because then it gets all unstable. So I've done that. This little thing is very pretty. I didn't bother to dig it out. Anyway, this is getting all spotty now, so yeah, this is what happens with the roadies sometimes. They get this weird thing, I'm not sure what it is. It's quite an old roadie, this one. And even if I cut it back, it still comes back. Then we got this little rose here, which is a rambling rose, by the way. But I've made it sort of stand up with all these sticks around it, like a cane. But you can see it's trying to ramble. I will try and let it go up. The rhododendron. I could fix it to that. Because once this rhodie is going to flower soon. This is a beautiful one. These flowers on this are absolutely massive. Huge. Beautiful. Really beautiful rhododendron, that one. Well, these all are these ones. These are sort of like not common ones, not like the wild ones you get. The wild ones that you get growing everywhere in Wales are all them ones over there that just grew there over the years. But this dogwood, I love it, but you have to really maintain it. It takes a lot of maintenance, that dogwood. Yeah, it's a lot. And I've got to cut the top of that plant off there because it's too big, interfering with the tree. And I've got to spray. Oh, that's what I was going to do today. Get my chloride spray out and do some spraying over here where the... Yeah, I hate these things. These bloody dock leaves over here. They get carried away. Look, they get carried away. But I can't dig them all out, it's impossible. But they're in amongst the flowers. So all I can do is try and get out as many as I can by hand. But yeah, whatever. I'm not fussing over that today. What I do need to do is edge the grass. Look, the grass needs edging. So Simon cut it yesterday for the first cut. It looks beautiful. But I now need to edge it. Yeah, this is what I done the other day with the hellebores. What put in these little violas that absolutely got flooded the other day. And over here we got these, which are looking beautiful. And now I'm going to go in and make a cup of coffee myself. Hey, Sue here again. Sorry, Jack just went over. I'm just going to show you what I've been doing this afternoon in the garden over here. So I have been relaying the wall, and I have finished. I think I've finished. I'm not sure if I have finished. This side that I've done here, it looks a lot higher than the side over there. I might have to adjust it slightly. But anyway, for now it's finished. So I'm going to show you what I've done today. So I've done most of this today. All of this wall today. I wanted to make it a lot thicker because it used to be very, very wide anyway. So I've made it wide again. But I did just notice that this side seems to be higher than the rest. So I might have to take that big block off of there. But the rest of it is the same sort of height. So there we are. There you go. So I have tried to make it sort of bigger at the front and smaller at the back, but it doesn't matter. We're going to put some earth in there, and then I'm just going to throw some seeds in, like the tagetes and stuff. Maybe they might grow, maybe they won't. Anyway, I went round this poor little plant here, didn't like flatten it with slates, and it's about the width of the pair of loppers that I've got. So I tried to do the curve around the back and just throw loads of little slates in as well. But as far as I'm concerned, that is done. I might just move that big one off tomorrow because I don't like it. So I'm going to move that big one off, and we won't use that one because it's a bit big, and I'll find a smaller one to go there because that's too high. Okay, but let's stop fussing over it now. This is done, absolutely done. So tomorrow's job is nearly finished the wall building. Oh my god, we're going to do this bit. So what I'm going to do over here is that we're going to make it a bit wider here. Make it a bit wider. So I'll take out the plant there, but make it sort of wider. And I'll do that tomorrow, that won't take long. And then all the wall building, as far as I'm concerned for the moment, will be done. I might just put a couple of more pieces of slate in that bit there, but I might not. It doesn't really matter. We're going to put earth in here so we can put some flowers in. I just trimmed up round Daphne. She was getting a bit swamped by the rhododendron, so I've trimmed off these bits so she's got a bit more light. But I've just taken her flowers in to be watered. They do dry out really quick, and that's a bit of a stupid pot. It's at an angle, so you have to keep watering them. So that's that. Anyway, it looks really cool. I really like it. Simon's done all this today, another God knows how many barrows of topsoil, gone through all the stones so that he can create this topsoil, and yeah, it looks absolutely amazing. Anyway, I just wanted to show you that, and I'll see you again soon. So this is it for 1st of April 2025. Bye for now. 2025 on the Spawn Watch and Tadpole Watch. Can you see those? Loads. They're there. There's loads here. There's loads over here. And there are some over there as well. And the spawn is still there. Not spawned yet. Getting eaten, I think. Let's hope that some of them come to life before they all get eaten. I'll try and cover them up a little bit with the weed, and I'll just pull that bit over there, lay it on the top here, try and protect some of these spawn here. Oh, tadpoles escaped. Oh, don't go too far, come back. Oh, you don't want to go too far. You get eaten by a newt. You can have a hard enough life as it is. Let's just move some of this over here. There's still some eggs there. Look, there's still some frog spawn. I'll try to cover up some of the newt eggs. not newt, toads, I think they are. Some of them. Look at all this tadpoles. There's still more tadpoles spawn there. I'm just doing a bit of filming. Tadpole watch. Loads of them. Anyway, that's today, the 1st of April 2025. Bye.